Hello everyone and welcome back to Genie Crafts. In today's video, we are going to see how we can create a low poly 3D model for this cute little seahorse by using some basic functionalities in Blender. Blender is a free and open source software available for both Windows and Mac, and it would be great if you can have a mouse with you because a lot of functions are controlled by mouse. When you will open Blender, you will see this default 3D viewport. You can delete the cube or you can keep the cube with you. Press tab to enter into the edit mode, as you can see on the screen right now. The default cube has only 4 sides, but I want 6 sides to my seahorse body, so I will delete this default cube. I'll press A on the keyboard to select everything and then right click or press X. You can do either ways and delete those vertices. Now once we have deleted this default cube, next we are going to add a hexagonal shape, the 3D hexagonal shape. So for that you need to add a cylinder. Open the addition menu by pressing Shift A on the keyboard and from there select cylinder. The moment you will perform this action, a sub menu will appear at the bottom left corner, and from there reduce the total number of vertices from 32 to 6. This will in essence convert your cylinder into a 6-sided cylinder. Now first we are going to create a block shape for the seahorse body, and then we are going to reconfigure and format it to resemble more like a seahorse body. So to start with, we need to scale this to create the middle body of the seahorse, and for scaling select the entire thing by pressing A on the keyboard and then press S to activate the scaling function and press Z and then move your mouse a little bit to scale it. To rotate it, press R on the keyboard and then move your mouse to rotate it along the Y axis, Z axis or X axis by specifying the specific letter after R. So if you want to rotate along Y axis, then press RY. Next, activate the X-ray mode by pressing the X-ray button at the top. This will allow you to select the vertices which are not visible or covered by other vertices. Select the top vertices of the top face. Press E to extrude it along the orthogonal axis. The extrude basically works perpendicular to the face, so it will extrude only in that direction by default. Then rotate that top face to start getting into the shape of the seahorse. So basically I'm here trying to get towards the neck, so as you can see I rotated the face a little bit. Then I extruded it again by pressing E and then moving the mouse, then I rotated it again. So I'm trying to create that neck portion of the seahorse here. So all I'm using is extrude, rotate, extrude, rotate, extrude, rotate. Similarly for the bottom portion, now I'll move towards the tail portion. First I'll extrude it by pressing E and then extruding it downwards. Then I will rotate it a little bit to start creating the tail portion. Next, to bring that face that I have just extruded into the proper dimensions in the XY plane, I'm going to grab it and move it. To grab it, press G on the keyboard, then X to move it only along the X axis direction and not along Y and Z direction. You can use the center mouse wheel button, press it and rotate it to see how your model is looking so far in all the 3 dimensions. Next, I will divide the center portion of the body by creating loops. To create loop, press Ctrl R, which will give you one single loop. To add more loops, use the scroll wheel to increase or decrease the loops. Once you are happy, double click to commit the action. Now this allows me greater flexibility to define the shape of the body. Focusing back on the tail again, since the tail is going to be pointy at the end, so I start scaling down each face as I did the extrude function. So I selected the face, press S and then scaled it down. Then I extrude again by pressing E. Next, select the face, press R on the keyboard to do a little bit of rotation. Then grab the face a little bit and move it towards the left hand side on the X axis to start creating that curved shape of the tail. Scale it down a little bit, then do an extrude again. Again, move it and rotate the face a little bit to start creating that curve of the tail. And do this option till you reach the last block of the tail where we are going to merge the vertices of the faces to create that pointy end. To merge the vertices, select all the vertices, press Alt-M on the keyboard to pop up the merge menu and then select center to merge the vertices at the center of the face. This will create the pointy end for the tail, and if you're not happy with the positioning of that pointy end, then you can always grab it and move it along the XYZ axis to give the proper orientation. Rotate your model to see how it has come so far. So we have almost done the tail part of the model. Now we'll focus on the body and the head part. When we went into the edit mode at the start, the default selection mode is vertex. So select the vertex at the center of the body. Basically we are now trying to create a belly for our seahorse. So select the vertices and scale it. When you press S on your keyboard to activate the scaling, and you just move your mouse to scale, basically you are scaling in all three dimensions. But if you specify a certain direction like SX for X direction, SY for Y direction, then the scaling will happen only in that direction. But here, since you are working on the entire body, we are not going to specify any direction. We are just going to select the vertices, the entire ring that we have created in the body portion. Select all the vertices on that ring and then press S to scale it. Similarly, we are going to do the same for the head portion of the seahorse also. So for the head, there are only 4 basic functions that we are going to use. First is we are going to use extrude to create new blocks. Then we are going to use scale to scale the shape of that face. Then we are going to use grab to move it towards the XYZ axis, and finally we are going to use R to rotate the faces to get the required curve around the head area. For grab, press G on the keyboard and then press the specific direction variable XYZ to move along that direction. Similarly for rotate, press R and the specific XYZ direction. Then for scaling, press S and no variable if you want to scale it from all 3 directions. If you want to scale it in a particular direction, then press XYZ. And for E, extrude, the extrude always happens along the normal axis by default. Next we are going to create fins along the spine of the seahorse, and for that we'll need to select faces, extrude them, and then join the 4 vertices at the top at the center. To go into the face selection mode, click on that face icon at the top left, select the face on which you want to extrude, and then press E on your keyboard and extrude slightly to generate a fresh face at the top of your previously selected face. After extrude, press Alt M to open the merge menu, and from there select center to merge all the 4 vertices of your extruded face at the center. Then move that vertex as per your desire to align it in the necessary direction. Repeat the same process for rest of the fins also. In case you are finding it difficult to select the faces in the X-ray mode, you can always switch on and off the X-ray mode as per your need and requirement. The only thing now left is eyes, and for that we'll need to triangulate the entire model. For that we'll go into the modifier section and then select the triangulate modifier, which will basically divide the entire faces into two triangles. Each face will be divided into two triangles. Remember, any modifier cannot be applied in the edit mode. So once you have selected the modifier, then you need to go back into the object mode by pressing tab on your keyboard and then press apply on the modifier and then press tab again to go back into the edit mode. To create eye, activate the knife tool by pressing K on the keyboard, which allows you to create a face of any shape that you want. So all we are doing is that after activating the knife tool, we are creating a small triangle on one of the bigger triangles on one side of the face of the seahorse, and we are going to do the same thing on the other side of the seahorse face also. So basically the way the knife tool works is, once you have activated the knife tool, you start tracing out the shape that you want the knife tool to create. Once you are happy with the shape, you press enter on your keyboard and the shape gets committed. So basically the path that you have traced creates an entirely new shape within the already existing faces of your 3D model. Now it's time to color our seahorse. So go into the material section on the right hand panel, click on the last icon in that right hand panel, which is basically the material section. Then define a new material and give it a color of red. I decided my seahorse to look red with black eyes, so only two colors for this seahorse. Use the color palette wheel to define the color what you want for your seahorse. So I decided that I'm going to use red. Then similarly add another material and give its color as black for the eyes. The way to apply the colors is very simple. When you will apply the first color, it will get applied on all the faces irrespective of what faces you have selected. So choose the color which is appearing the most and apply it as the first color. So in my case, since red is the foremost color, so I chose all the faces by pressing A on the keyboard and then selected the red color and pressed apply on the right hand panel. Then I separately selected the eyes and applied the black color on them. So here is how my seahorse is going to look like. Apologies, I lost some of the video during the application process, so I'm not able to show it here. Hence I've done the entire explanation on how to apply the material colors. And here is how our seahorse is going to look like after we have finished applying the material colors and activated the render mode by pressing that sphere at the top right in the workspace area. Now all you need to do is to export this as a .obj file, open it in Pepacura, create the template and start building your 3D low poly paper model for this seahorse. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you guys liked the video, then please do not forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Also do subscribe to my channel for regular videos on paper arts and related software technologies. I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Till then, stay safe, take care and bye bye.